Good morning, everyone. Kitty Foss here, your storytelling astrologist, reader of the stars for July 27th and July 28th. First of all, I want to wish my son a happy 32nd birthday. We have a moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is about the larger picture, the topographical map, the overall understanding. And in the moon, it's about our realizing something is shifting and seeing a bigger picture. Interesting, the sun is very active today, that Leo sun. It is in opposition with Pluto, it is in a trine with Neptune, and it is in a sextile with Uranus. Again, all of the outer planets. Please do not discount this time as we've come out of this Bareboats Bowl. We're coming out still in the shadow of it, because those three larger themes of our life are very, very active. So the sun in opposition with Pluto in Aquarius, about what is transforming in our vision, trying to find a midpoint in an opposition so that we can figure out what moves us ahead, what vision are we paying attention to move ahead about. Today is a big pause for that, to find that midpoint. Pay attention to that. And in the background is Spirit asking us in Aries to take responsibility, Neptune, and to go in the ebbs and tides of the flow. It is in the silence. I almost said in the science. The geometry of the silence, that we do hear this Neptune energy telling us what is our responsibility and what is not our responsibility in finding this midpoint in the vision. I hope you all had a chance to watch that movie, Illusions. It was an amazing movie. It tied together a lot of things personally for me and a few other people I know. And that sun is being able to activate an awakening today, an awakening about our bodies, about our very DNA, our ebbs and tides, that Gemini, how we're experiencing our own bodies, how we're experiencing our awakening, and the chaos that it can bring to our systems, and yet still move forward. So we're able to really activate, like, I know that this is, I'm moving forward, not sure what that is. I know I'm awakening to it and it feels a bit chaotic. And how am I going to experience it today in my own understanding, how I use my voice, but the larger understanding of communication. Watch your own kinds of technology, including your body's technology today, and see what that means. Again, we have Spirit taking the responsibility in the background, and we're looking for that midpoint of what this visionary energy is. These are three big themes. The moon is also in opposition with Mercury. So that is, again, a midpoint in how we're going to experience it and what we're going to say. Be very aware of what you say today. And when in doubt, take a pause. And also, it is in a discernment placement about what structure and where we're going to talk today, because the moon in Capricorn, the bigger picture, is in a square. So some discernment around what structures are we working with, so that Saturn energy rules that moon's energy. So there is some real discernment about what structures am I going to participate? What am I creating? Again, where is that midpoint in that visionary energy? And then on the 28th at 2:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it moves void, of course, and will move into Aquarius at 9:46 p.m. So there is a long day in your own moon's energy, your own intuition, your own understanding on the 28th. The moon itself is in the background working with Venus, where we find value, what we understand, how we're putting those pieces together, because Venus is in Virgo. And so it's about, where do I find balance in all of the little ways in my life and in the picture I am building. That is working in the background. And it isn't so much about aligning our will tomorrow with that inner voice. It's about listening to that inner voice, moving ahead, even when it doesn't seem to be the correct structure, or it doesn't seem to make a difference. If it strongly calls you tomorrow, take the action. Remember, awareness awakens and aligns action. I'm Kitty Foss. I will be back on the full moon, the 29th of July. Namaste.